Welcome back to the What the Fumble podcast. Here's the only guy who got a good night's sleep last episode, Miles. You know, I feel like Slash and the doctor could have had some pleasant conversation. It's just such a shame he got to sleep so soundly. But I guess there's little better glue than the shared trauma to bring this group together. Looster loves, Merlin thinks better, Lenara is twice the gal she ever was. Then there's Tess. Someone needs to be the moral compass or the wet blanket for Slash, I guess. But you guys at home can be so much more for us. If you want to stay tuned to all things Fumbled, follow us at WT Fumble Pod on all your preferred social media. And if you really want to get in on the torture, sign on to our Patreon and make a fumble to force Slash to give a shit about Tess. I mean, maybe he does. Who knows? Let's find out in the next episode. Episode 14, Heart to Heart, Foot to Door.
Boy.
I can't even trust the banter anymore.
Man, oh man.
Oh, God. Shit.
Oh, it's a thing now. It's a thing.
No. For anyone listening, we just spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out what I was going to say to open it up, because I just got told I always say either who boy or man oh man. So there you go. You get both this week. You get both. How's everyone feeling? You feeling?
So good.
Yeah?
So good.
Characters doing okay?
Mm-hmm. Slash up great.
Slash is doing fantastic.
Oh, yeah. No, first decent sleep in a couple days.
It's great. Yeah. I think at some point I told the other four, I was like, I'm going to make you wish I had just cut off your arm. And Slash is looking pretty good over there with his prosthetic now.
He's all right. Well, all left, but he's all right.
Prosthetic arm, not quite into bondage. I'd say that's a little better than a split personality in the most literal sense.
He's all left. I'm all left brain.
I love it.
Oh man,
Of course you do.
A lot of stuff. I feel like we should probably really recap all these status ailments, because we really went all out.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Went all out. There's
What do you
lot
mean,
of shit.
we?
What do you mean?
You went all out. We were there.
DM is going to DM, that's all.
Yeah, I guess.
He had a good time.
It's collective storytelling.
Yeah. Justin wants to go. This is like when he comes back from vacation and he's like showing you the pictures. This is me in Cabo. This is me. And he wants to relive. I just imagine did Dr. Heinfroth take pictures? There was like none of us noticed because we were tied up, but there was just a little like artist in the corner, just like, oh, you're looking great today.
Some sketches. I don't think I don't know. You were kind of busy.
Yeah.
You were a little busy. But yeah, let's go over all this, because there really is. I mean, let's start with Slash, because you're the easiest one. You're what? You're still sitting at 2 stress, though, right?
I am still sitting at 2 stress, yes.
You're still scared of getting tied up.
Yep.
But the good news on your part is that you were able to get a long rest. There was no time for a second treatment, thanks to how long Lenara was able to resist. Merlin, you're sitting at what? 1 stress, is that right? I think so.
Yeah, 1 stress.
Good news is you're now smarter.
That's right. I had forgotten about that. I am smarter.
+2 intelligence.
Yeah.
Your original madness that you got from looking in those crystal balls, your tics, those are gone when you wake up. But this new intelligence came at the price of a different madness. So you've replaced the tics with a strong desire for alcohol.
Okay. It's one way to put being a lousy drunk, yeah.
Maybe you can sniff it out so that we can find that booze to kill these weird cerebral vampires
Right?
with.
Isn't that fun? Every time you guys pick up a bottle of booze that could help you against these cerebral vampires, pretty good chance Merlin's just gonna
give me a sip. Just give me a sip first.
A little taste.
Just a little taste.
Just a little taste.
Merlin just like raises a bottle to smash it over a vampire's head and just like, ooh, starts
Yeah, it's like
like
cooking with
falls
wine.
back.
You just can't put it all in the recipe. You got to have some for yourself. You can't. Yeah. I think it's a good trade. I think I like where I'm at now better than I was 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Good news on your part is it only took 30 minutes treatment to get you smarter. So you're fully rested as well.
Yeah.
So that's good. You've got your long rest and your reset. Tess, you're what? Still 1 stress too, right?
Yeah, still 1 stress.
You were you resisted the whole thing. You resisted the everything.
I was in my mind palace, baby.
You went all monkey.
Yeah.
30 minutes for each attempt is how much time it took you to resist. So you've still plenty of time left in the night, right? You were able to get your long rest in too. That's great. Lustra. Oh man, Lustra's.
Oh man, yeah, I went down like a sack of shit.
Lustra went down quick. You gave in quick. You're still at 1, right? 1 stress?
Correct.
I think everyone's at 1 stress, but Slash. You still think you just drank a healing potion, and you're now overwhelmed with love. So that's cool. You love everybody to the point that it's given you a -2 on AoE saves, right? Area effect saves. And whoever you love the most is going to get a +2, essentially. So if Fireball comes at you and Tess, you get the -2. Tess gets the +2 to represent you diving in harm's way.
And don't I only do
Nice.
1 damage if I happen to roll like...
That is that part of it we roll. There's a 10% chance that happens. So that part of it we're going to roll. If we're about to enter initiative, we'll roll a D100. If you get a 10 or lower, then that part kicks in.
Oh man.
And that part being, that you only do 1 point of damage per attack because you're almost faking it, right? You're doing the motions, putting on the show, but you don't want to fully commit because you don't want to really hurt this monster that you love so dearly.
I'm sure there are 2 sides to this story, you know.
I turn into a simp.
There you go.
Basically this
my
roll
Lord.
for simp.
Yeah, an essential 10% chance, and then you become a simp for combat.
Oh my god.
So that's, actually, I feel like yours is one of the worst ones. The good news is that you gave in so quick that you definitely got most of the night to get your long rest in.
Thank
So you're
God.
fully rested too. That's great. Lenara, it is Lenara today, right?
It is Lenara today.
Oh boy. Adam rocking essentially 2 character sheets now.
2 half character sheets.
2 half character sheets.
Level 2 wasn't enough.
You still have 1 stress too? Who did we give the
No.
stress to?
Lenara doesn't. Stiletto does.
Stiletto has the stress now, so that's good.
Yeah.
Wake up is Lenara. Problem is Stiletto kind of now has a pretty big chunk of your proficiencies, your spells. You've been split right down the middle. Resisted for 9 hours.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. Unfortunately, not enough time for you to get long rested is what that comes down to. So it cost us that. But you did save a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because you resisted for 9 hours. There was even a chance, like if you remember, you were rolling a d4 after each attempt, and that d4 represented hours. So there was actually a slight chance that you get 3 4s and use up all 12 hours. You got pretty damn close. You
I
got
rolled 2 4s and a 1.
2 4s and a 1. So that was still clutch though. Thanks to you, Slash feels great.
Yeah.
It's the last person.
I like
who
how
wanted to feel
everybody at the
great.
everybody at the table is just looking at me like, yeah, Slash gets off
You've
good.
saved Slash.
I am going
Hooray.
to glare hard enough that you will hear it, listeners.
Save Slash.
And Lustra loves you for it.
Yeah.
He would love me for it regardless. Well, Slash, guess who's the healer
Oh,
right
geez.
now?
Imagine if you'd rolled 3 1s, though. Like, would we have had enough time for, like, multiple?
Yeah.
If you had rolled, I don't mind going a little above the table here, but if you had rolled 3 1s, Merlin would be so fucking smart right now. Merlin would be like a mad genius right now.
would have been already out of here.
28 intelligence, just
And, like,
walking around. Big
11
brain.
different kinds of madness.
I don't mind telling you guys
A
that
regular Hallister Blackcloak.
Merlin's cap, there's a cap. He can bring your intelligence to a certain number. I won't tell you the exact number, but it's high.
Oh,
It's a high number.
You just
And
have to have
given
an
enough
IV drip of
time,
alcohol.
I would have just kept going, and for every successful attempt, you would have taken an additional madness.
Wow.
So you would, you'd be a raving lunatic genius, a mad scientist kind of thing, right?
Start multi-classing into wizard.
I just really hope, and I apologize if I steal the spoiler, that Heinfroth now has one of those phrenology things in his office, but it's a lemon head instead of a regular head.
I'm sure he had to make a whole bunch of new tools just for Merlin's.
What would be in the nub?
What's in the nub?
Yeah, like, if you have certain part of the brain that it's like certain...
I think we
regions.
determined last week that nothing. That's the problem. That's the problem.
So now it's question mark, and I can't wait to see.
He fills it with killer instinct now.
Give me enough time and I'll fill that whole lemon up.
Hold on, at 13 intelligence, it's actually long division. That's in there.
There you go.
Oh boy.
So Merlin's going to be the accountant. He'll divide up our spoils.
Perfect.
But yeah, there's your recap. Everyone's got a lot of conditions going on. So you guys, please help me kind of track all those. There's a lot going on, so please be honest and help me keep track of all that crap. Adam, what kind of spells do you still have at your disposal? How you doing?
Prior to the short rest, if I had a long rest, it would have been some healing, which is gone now, chromatic orb, but I still luckily have my Ray of Frost and Shocking Grasp cantrips, so I can roll terribly on those going forward.
Oh, so you have damage cantrips? That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, so Stiletto's like the cleaner? Like,
Effect, I guess.
he,
Yeah.
like cleans up after our homicides?
Arguably, Stiletto is the much more functional personality, assuming you guys don't do what you do and get knocked down in a hit or two.
Okay.
Now, I don't have any healing, so best of luck with that.
Cool.
All right. Well, on that note of no healing, I have healing. Slash has healing, I think.
Yeah.
So we've got some. I think we have a potion left.
A single potion.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not without. Ultimately, you guys are better off now, probably, I think, than you were when you went to bed. I mean, I remember you guys saying, ideal situation, Tess or Merlin gets taken away, the short rest people get taken away. Unfortunately, you didn't realize it was going to be damn near everybody.
But at least we have like 1.5 full casters worth of spell slots.
You do, yeah. I've everyone, Lenara was able to resist so
Lenara's the hero
long
tonight.
that 4 people have a long rest. Adam, would you? I'm curious to know, not necessarily what Lenara would think, but would you? Like, you could have failed the very first attempt.
Oh, yeah.
And you could have rolled a 1 on the D4.
Yep.
So that could have taken an hour. But it took 9. Would you rather it have taken an hour and gotten your full rest?
Oh, me personally?
Yeah.
100%. Lenara, no.
Yes, fair
Especially
enough.
if it meant another arm for Slash. She would have took the 9 hours and cut his arm off.
Right. I just think it's kind of interesting.
saw.
Definitely interesting that had you failed quicker, you'd almost be better off, right? But everyone else is better off because you resisted as long.
And definitely Slash. Definitely Slash.
This is exactly why she was the perfect patient and really fought to resist it as long as she could.
I dig it. I think it was very, very noble of her. She did what she could. I just see her 9 hours straight, 9 hours of someone fucking with your brain, essentially. That's it's a long time.
It's like 18 times what Merlin went through.
Like 9 hours sitting in a chair, not doing anything is a long time. Like 9 hours doing anything is too much.
But like in a hall of mirrors filled with like all the possibilities of all of your lives, like that's
9. This is why work days end at the 8 hour mark. Because 9 hours of anything is too fucking much.
True.
It was that last hour that she's like, all right, I'll give in.
I'm on break now. Sorry.
I heard the whistle.
But yeah, you guys all kind of wake up the next day, for better or worse. Merlin, what do you want for breakfast?
Booze.
Hair of the dog.
Thanks for that lob. Thanks.
How did I not see that coming? Oh, man. I thought you were going to tell me how you wanted your eggs cooked.
Nah, man, breakfast of champions.
Poached in rum.
Oh, man.
Well, it's bacon and eggs. No
man.
booze gets delivered, unfortunately. Now, did you guys rob some booze out of the pantry yet?
Yes.
You did?
There's some kegs in the bag of holding.
We put a keg of something in the bag of holding, at the very least. Hopefully it's not like cooking wine.
How does that make Merlin feel?
Yeah, he's definitely... Who's got that bag? Who's got that bag of holding right now?
I think Lustra has it, right?
Nope.
Pretty sure it's
Snuggling
Salash.
it like a baby.
Salash gestures to his hip.
You still got one of those kegs in there?
I would say I do. And
Alright.
rifles through the bag.
Okay, well, Merlin's got a pretty big headache right now, and he could use a little sip. It was a rough night last night. Come on. What, you didn't... Nothing happened to you or something?
Salash raises an eyebrow. I slept fine. What happened to you four?
Ugh,
Merlin's speaking in the third person now.
what
My
about
God.
it? Yeah, and what about it?
No, it's just very regal.
Well, yeah, it was a rough night. What do you mean nothing? What do you mean you slept fine? We all got messed with, I'm pretty sure.
What happened to all of you, though?
Lenara is probably still sleeping in the corner, trying to get her long rest and not succeeding.
He put me in like a crystal ball in the ceiling and just started like messing with my mind, and now I can do like 6 times 6 really fast and
What is 6 times 6?
36.
Holy shit.
Justin, edit that so it's very long.
God. Put a giant pause in there. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, you guys, kind of catch everyone up as to what just happened. My real question is, you taking some of that booze? That's what I really want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. If he's not going to give it to me, I'm dumping that bag of holding myself.
All right, slow down. I will get it. And first, Salash will certainly take out the prosthetic arm and attach his prosthetic arm.
Okay.
Make sure you can do that properly first. And then he's going to go ahead and adjust the keg. He's like, do you have a glass?
Do I need a glass?
We may be prisoners, but we are not monsters.
Well, I don't think
If you don't mind, I don't mean to interject, but can we just be quiet while the bag is open?
Ugh, this guy.
Hey, I feel fine. Like, I just had a great potion, but I'm just saying, is like, let's just be quiet while the bag is open. That's my only, thing that I ask of this group while the bag is open. Just shh. Surely we have one of the empty healing potions in one of those glasses. You can use one of those. This is important against our current enemy.
All right, then. Hurry up, sir, and pour me one. I could really use a drink.
I believe there's a word you're looking for.
Right now? Oh, please. Please. That's what you're looking for. Sorry, my head is just pounding.
All right, fine. And Salash hauls out the keg and pours it into the vial of what was the health pot and hands it off to Merlin.
Get yourself a vial of booze.
What kind of booze is it? I take a big whiff. What do I smell?
You smell booze.
Okay. All right, that's enough for Merlin. Yeah. Not disappointed.
Hard liquor. Yeah, once
Hard
it hits
liquor.
your throat, you realize, that was a vial of hard liquor. Probably got the equivalent of 2-3 shots into that vial. I don't know how to... It's these, like, a bottle of booze is essentially a grenade against fucking cerebral vampires. So you start eating the grenades.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it's a grenade for my health as well.
Ooh,
Listen.
There you go.
Yeah.
This napalm is spicy. Delicious.
I'm just going to make a note here that some of the booze isn't in that container anymore.
On the note of putting booze in like the empty potion vials, should we like start dividing that up so we could all have like some shots to smash over people's heads?
Probably not a bad idea.
Because I mean, there are
You guys can do that right quick. Oh, how many potions do you have left?
Well, I think we had one potion left,
You
and
have
there
one
was
potion
6.
left, so you got you can fill
got-
5 empty.
we have 2.
Oh, we have 2.
So we have 4 empty bottles.
4 empties and 2 fulls. There you go. Yeah, you guys can fill the empties full of this booze. Feel free.
I'm just making it.
It's
it's a
3
good
again,
idea.
4, 3 again, 4. Merlin.
What's the plan? What is the plan?
Oh man,
We wake up here. Let's kind of get back to it, I guess. You wake up in cell number 5. Most of you long rested. What you know is that Dr. Rudolph Van Richten is being transported tonight. Captain Baker has readied the Mercy and has been ordered by Dr. Heinfroth to bring Dr. Van Richten somewhere. You don't know where, but Van Richten is being taken away tonight. So your plan was to wait till yard time, I believe, to kind of start your breakout. You're pretty confident that, well, I guess about an hour before yard time, right? About 11 o'clock is when you think Heinfroth gets his sleep. You determine these weird cerebral vampires, they have to sleep 8 hours a day, and Heinfroth seems to do his nappy time around then so that he can have fun with everybody at night.
good.
So, I mean, talk to me about that. Is that still the plan? Are we kind of just sitting in our cells till 11 and then go, or what's going on here?
So Ash makes a suggestion. If we know that Hindfroth is going down at 11, and we know that Van Richten is precious cargo to some of you, then it might be beneficial for us to clear the way ahead of time. Perhaps scout out our existing route, maybe clear it of any orderlies, and then make a run for it.
I mean, that's fair. At the very least, we need to get rid of the surveillance probably after 11, though, right?
Maybe we
Slash
should wait until a bit after 11, because I don't know about you, but I don't fall asleep instantly. So it might take it may take a while for Heinfroth to fall asleep. So maybe we shouldn't try until maybe noon.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan, actually. I agree.
I feel like that time could also be used to do something beneficial. In that hour, do we take surveillance then and not leave the actual compound until noon?
I say we don't do anything until noon, because if we take up the surveillance while Heinfroth is awake, there's a chance that Heinfroth gets an idea that surveillance is gone. So we got to do this entire jailbreak while he's asleep. So we should probably wait until noon until we do anything.
We're in the second cell we were in. We're in the same cell as last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you haven't been moved. The very first, you had cell number 1 when you very first got here, and then yesterday you got moved to cell number 5, and still hanging out there.
Lenara groans from the corner, trying to get more sleep, and says, "Is the door still broken?"
I'll go over and test the door. Is the door still broken?
The door's been fixed.
Cool.
All right.
All right, work on that, but do it quietly.
Door's been fixed, but they're running out of new cells to throw you in.
Yeah.
So I don't know how well fixed it is, but they did what they could.
Wasn't too hard last time to bust it open. Shouldn't be much of an issue this time around.
A thing to note about trying to leave right at noon is that's exactly when all the orderlies come and take all of the other guys out. So are we going to try to blend in? Are we going to
Noon 15,
are we going to go after or are we going to go before?
Oh, I think we should wait.
Yeah, I think we should
till
go after.
if we have time, why not see if Van Richten's still in his cell, and then let him know we're going to make a jailbreak.
Will he even remember?
Fair. I mean, yeah, we'll have to
Well-
remind him.
I spent 9 hours last night having my brain bled, so hopefully he's at least in the state where we could converse about him. Also, let him know where his glasses are. Occasionally he hides them in his sock, strangely. Start there.
So in the event that we take Van Richten out around 11:30 and kill all the surveillance around 11:30, if we're in the medical room, would there be a chance that we could sort of just in the crowd that's being brought out to yard time, just slip into amidst the crowd and do the like you own the place thing, or do we want to be a separate entity of people going after everyone's already out in the yard?
I think given the feeling they have certain people go up and certain people stay, that they're probably doing a head count.
Okay.
Also, if they're counting how many orderlies they're turning into boneless, they're almost definitely doing some sort of head count. Also, occasionally a macaw count for your boneless.
All right, cool. Then I guess a little after noon is the time.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And just to be clear, are we going to take out surveillance first, then Van Richten, or Van Richten and then surveillance? Because
Surveillance, then Van Richten.
And do you want to
Sounds
do
good.
that before yard time?
no, after.
After. Okay.
Or yeah, like after we know that Heinfroth is asleep.
Okay.
Sleep is precious.
Surveillance, then Van Richten, and then getting out of here.
Starting at 12:15.
12:15. That's some. I like that. That's a good plan. I think it's a good plan.
Every time you say it's a good plan, things go really bad for us.
No, I'm.
It's no vampire opening a door for us plan, but
I'm
it's
not
pretty
trying
good.
to. It's just one of those moments where you guys put a smile on the DM's face. 'Cause anytime, as a DM, anytime your players discuss a bunch of options, and there's that moment where you realize, holy shit, they've been listening.
And I know exactly how to fuck them over. Let's go.
12:15 though. It sounds like a winner. Sounds like a winner to me. Is there any thoughts on Van Richten himself? Didn't look like the best of shape last time you saw him. What are your thoughts there? Like how
I'll
are you
carry him.
physically? You're going to carry him?
Yeah, Lustra will go and carry Van Richten, fireman carry him if he has to.
That's very generous of you, Lustra. It's very caring.
Well, I mean, I know it's important to Lenara, so I feel like it's only fair that I do that for her. She does so much for me.
Does
Thank you.
Lustra have a pretty decent strength? We don't have to worry about like your encumbrance, do we? What's your strength score?
No, my strength is 14.
We're good.
If we find a wagon, though, I think we're gonna. Yeah,
It would
grab
certainly
that.
speed things up.
It would.
Yeah.
Van Richten probably weighs 40 pounds at this point from the amount of stress you've
Jeez.
probably given him.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, you might even be worse off today than yesterday. Who knows?
I'm really hoping not. Otherwise, 9 hours was for naught.
Well, you saved Salash.
Yeah.
Just gonna
Hooray!
keep reminding you.
Lenara just runs over, tries to stab Salash, realizes she doesn't have proficiency in daggers, and just cries.
Miles has a smile from ear to ear right now. He's just sitting there, massive smile on his face. Everybody saved Salash, essentially, last
man.
night. Right? You all came together to make sure Salash is okay. Go, team. 12:15, huh? 12:15.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait for Heinfroth to put on a podcast to go to sleep or something.
Might we suggest what the fumble? Nope, just
Oh, boy.
Cut that out.
Anything anyone wants to do between the hours of 9-ish to noonish? Anything in particular during that 3-hour window?
Well, there's a couple of things that are weird because Tess feels like, despite being trapped in that like blinding light room, she feels like she managed to be okay. So I think she would want to check in with everyone, and she's going to start with Lenara because I was there for like an hour and a half. What happened to you? You said you were there for 9 hours. Are you all right? Is there anything I can do for? Is there anything you need?
At this point, Lenara just... it's one of those nights where you just know your shift starts way earlier than it normally does. So she knows she's ready-ish for the day, but doesn't really want to get up. And knowing Tess's proclivity to being very forward and touchy, Lenara just takes a beat, takes out her wand, and asks, just holds it back and says, "Can you put up my hair and, you can use this to, I don't know, whatever the lady thing is where they put the chopsticks in. That's super awesome."
Oh,
I have no idea what you'd call that.
I don't know either.
Uh-oh.
To put it up in a bun?
Yeah, bun it but with the chop.
But with the chopsticks,
with my
there's
magic
got to be a
wand.
term for that. There's got to be a term.
There is,
All right.
and while Tess role plays,
So we find out. So what is that there, Mr. Intelligence?
Yeah,
Internet. It's actually it's chopstick hair.
Oh, just the long division. The next point of intelligence would be
yeah, hairstyles.
hairstyle.
Oh man, I cannot wait for Merlin Carlisle hairstylist. But yeah, she's kind of lying there, like not wounded, just like it's not like somebody who just got beat up. It's like kind of that sick, like give me some chicken soup feeling.
Yes, of course, anything you need.
Except chicken soup, because we don't have that.
Yeah, I might be able to mix some of the booze with the leftover bacon and eggs, but I'm not sure if that would be good for. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
So yeah, she tries to do like goes behind you and starts trying to put up your hair as well as she can. And while she's doing that, Tess will say, "It's okay if you don't want to talk about it." And she looks to everyone else while she's going through the hair and she says, "Being in a room with that thing was horrible. It was like he was trying to dig into my mind and pull out the worst moments in my life. Not even that. The worse than what he did was what he said. It was like he was having a conversation with himself, saying things, asking you questions when he didn't care about the answer, where he already was convinced that he knew the answer and what you said didn't matter because what he thought was already the truth." Glance at Salash.
Lenara's not looking at you, but somehow feels that.
I could barely handle it for the little amount of time I was there. If you want to talk about what happened, it's okay. We're here for you.
Lenara is still laying kind of fetal, because that's how I like to sleep, so it's comfortable. As long as everyone else is okay, it was fine. And she slowly, kind of meekly, starts to reach her hand up to Tess's as she's braiding her hair, and grabs it and gives it a meager squeeze. It's I'm fine. I know he says it's what he wants best for us, but we are toys and experiments, not patients. And I'm not quite sure how I will recover from this, but I'm very happy you're there to help me through it.
Of course. And Tess will sort of just stop braiding the hair for a second and put her hand over Lenara's and just give it a small squeeze and say, "You don't have to say anything else. Get your rest. We have to... It's a big day."
Wait. Does Salash still have his other arm?
Salash steps over. Yes, I do. And while Tess may not be interested in hearing more, I certainly am. Do you recall what he did to you?
Parts of it. About half of it, I'd say.
Are you still capable?
More than you were yesterday.
Oh! Salash sort of, raises an eyebrow. If she has enough to quip, then clearly she is still strong enough to move with us.
I will say this, and this is the first time she actually will make eye contact, and now she just looks tired. None of it's whatever. She's tired, and she just looks at Salash, and with kind of a knowing look, just goes, "Today you must do the healing. Keep them alive. No bravado. I kept you alive yesterday. You keep them alive today, and we all escape."
Salash sort of, has a stern glare for a moment, but then his features soften, and he nods. "I'm glad that you can be to the point. It is a more becoming feature of yourself. Something we could all take a bit of a part of, I would think. But I shall do as you ask."
Tess whispers in her ear, I think that's as much as we're going to get out of him. I'd call that a win.
Yeah, if Lenar's just gonna walk away and let it walk away and be like, he's a dick, right? I think that's
What's Merlin thinking right now? What's the intelligent analysis over there?
Doing some deep self psychoanalysis on how to cope with a massive intellect. I didn't realize that smart people have to deal with this. It's a lot.
Weird. I just wake up and suddenly know how to do long division. That's just.
I know. I know capitals of places. It's crazy.
All the presidents suddenly.
Yeah.
Lustra, what's going through the loving mind of Lustra right now?
I feel like Lustra would probably take a beat after Tess and Lenara and Slash have their interaction and be like, look, the other day I realized that all of us are deep in this. We're all Venaris here as far as I'm concerned. And as a result, we got to stick together and we'll give each other's lives for each other as far as I'm concerned. So know that we can trust each other. Know that as a group, we can get through this. Right? We're trading agency for the sake of a better group, of a greater clan. And if we keep that mentality in mind, that strength will get us out of this domain of dread. So, moving forward, we move as a group, not as individuals, but as a clan. And I feel like with that mentality, that's what's going to win here.
Dropping that Venari name again. That means he loves you guys. That's what that means.
Also, if he didn't, it still means he loves us.
Have you adopted us, Lustra?
Well, you guys have a lot more experience than I do. And
Oh, that's true, yeah.
well, especially you, Tess. Cripes. You've said you wanted to traipse around Waterdeep for a few decades. There's probably a lot of good advice up in that noggin of yours, which I'm not going to lie is kind of nice.
Aw,
So-
thank you.
Lenara is also incredibly capable and intelligent. There's definitely a particular confidence in Slash. And Merlin is, so self-assured that it's frankly scary, but also, equally positive. So I feel like with all these traits, we stand a chance of getting out of here. All of us have our one thing that we're good at, and with that kind of tool set, we can take on anything.
Could you be more specific about Merlin's one thing that he's good at?
Let's take a couple minutes.
You definitely
really
know
lean into that.
how to draw attention to yourself, which has its own particular qualities. So, you know how to take, let's say, Captain Baker and trying to sue him and getting all the attention on you while the rest of us try and do things, behind a door and going to places we're not supposed to go to. You make a great distraction, right? You're definitely capable with some weapons, way more capable than I am, that's for sure, right? So not only can you go up the front lines with me, but you can also take effort off of other people.
Lustra, you're laying it on a little thick.
Loving words.
Yeah. Yeah, don't interrupt him. Jeez, man. What are you doing over there?
All I'm saying is that when I was in there with Heinfroth last night, it just made me realize what's important, right? And right now it's living, and it's right now, we're all the key to that. None of us are getting out here alone.
Very well put, I think.
So, 12:15, we take out surveillance, grab Van Richten, I'll carry his ass, and then we find the nearest boat and get out of here and hope for the best.
GTFO. In those few moments before 12:15, well, I guess, 12 o'clock comes around, you hear the typical shuffling of feet and bodies as most of these people are given yard time. That whole thing happens right on schedule. And I guess all that's left to do is wait those last few minutes for 12:15 to come around, which has got to be, that's always the worst feeling, right? It's that,
Oh, yeah.
those last 5-10 minutes you got to wait before doing something. They're always the worst. But as you are sitting here, a familiar face kind of comes into existence. The ghostly son of Rudolf Van Richten, his son Erasmus, starts to materialize in the room. He has Again, a pretty sad look on his face. It's like that look of someone who's about to have to say something they don't want to say. You can see the resolve, though, in his face, and he pulls out a piece of spectral chalk and he starts to write in the air.
I don't like how that started.
And the words say this: my dad was cursed a long time ago by a very powerful Vistani fortune teller. Live you always among monsters and see everyone you love fall beneath their claws, and may you never see your son again. And Erasmus, like, I almost see a little spectral tear fall down his cheek. And he keeps writing. Words say, even in this ghostly form, he can't see me. He can't even see the words and the drawings. Because my dad is a good man, and if you help him, he'll help you when he's strong again. Like, he kind of looks towards maybe Lenara and all three of you who were at that cell. It looks at Lenara and Merlin, the three of you who went to see Van Richten, and he's got this pleading look in his face and writes, but please don't mention me again. It only hurts him, and I've caused enough pain in his life already. And then he writes the words, good luck today, and starts to disappear.
Will we see you again?
He shrugs, but you can see the glimmer of hope in his eyes as he starts to dematerialize. He has no way of knowing the answer to that, but he hopes you do.
In the midst of that, Lenara just takes a moment to draw some glasses and a sword cane and a smiley face on her last piece of paper in her book.
You don't see much reaction from him, unfortunately. Like, he's here for like every single day, and at this point, you know, you've seen it happen enough that you realize he's never in the room for more than maybe 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
3 at most. And the amount of information that he's giving, like, it's full focus on, I mean, he just had to write a paragraph in the air. So unfortunately, there was not much time to question him or anything. Certainly not today. Maybe if we all make it out of here, you might get to ask Erasmus something someday.
Oh, boy.
But right now, he's like the very first time you saw him, it's in his mind, he's you know, trying to balance information, like, what do I need to tell him in this 3 minutes? Like, would have loved to write an entire book to you on day one, but he had to pick and choose, prioritize the information he's giving you because he has fucking 2 minutes to write.
That is brutal.
It is very brutal, but he lets you know that Rudolf Van Richten was cursed a very long time ago, and part of the words in that curse were, may you never see your son again. And to this day, cannot see the ghostly image of his son that shows up every day. You guys see it. Van Richten cannot. But he does wish you luck. Maybe almost a bit of a warning. Maybe don't mention me again, because, you know, even Van Richten, Rudolf Van Richten, needs to be on his game today. So it's a nice, almost bit of a warning of, like, don't say my name. It's not going to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cagey last time when we brought up his name.
He did. He got very defensive when you brought up that name last time. Told you to leave. Told you to go away. Like, this conversation is finished. Leave.
Yeah.
Is there time to say, like, one more sentence, ask one more tiny question to Erasmus, or is he gone? Erasmus, sorry.
What would it have been?
Did you die in these domains?
I don't think he would have enough time to write much of a detail, but every time he disappears, it kind of starts at his feet and moves his way up. And as there's not much left of the torso and head, he brings a a ghostly hand up to almost pull the collar of his shirt down, and you just see like this wide open wound on his neck, like a vampire has bitten his neck and just like ripped his throat apart, and nods yes, and then he's gone.
To the wisps of him leaving, Tess just whispers, "I'm so sorry." And she sits down and starts doing some stretches.
Glenara will join you in those stretches.
Slash looks to the group. Both hope and pain provide powerful motivation. Take whichever one fuels your rage in combat best.
What fuels your rage in combat best, Slash? Just like doing some yoga.
Slash blankly looks at Tess. I'm not sure yet. It is one of the few mysteries about myself that I am seeking to figure out.
Well, just like stands up, like using just like one leg crane stance. When we get out of here, let's see about finding you some answers, huh?
Do you know what brings about Merlin's best? And then he like pulls that little vial of dark booze and swirls it around.
Man, oh man,
Man,
take
you should have
another
had
hit of
this potion
booze.
that I had a second ago that was so good, I feel like $1 million or $1 million gold.
Oh god, you're both the same now.
12:15 is here, gentlemen.
All right.
Slash cracks his knuckles, gestures to Lustra. Lustra, if you could do the honors.
Is it go time?
It's go time.
Jailbreak.
Hell yeah. I bring out 2 pieces of bacon I've secreted away. Hold them out to the 2 boys.
Oh, it's go time.
Oh, yeah, it's go time. I told that.
That's door breaking protein right there.
Yep. All right, Merlin, want to give me a hand with this?
Yeah, sure.
How about this? You roll 1d20, I roll 1d20. Is that cool?
If you each want to try, that's fine. You're probably mathematically, I think you're better to give someone advantage. I don't know.
Who has the higher bonus?
I don't care who's opening this door.
Merlin's going for it. Lustra, help me out.
I'll give you a hand. Yeah, so you roll with advantage.
Okay. All right. 17 on the first die. Plus 4, that's a 21.
What about your stress?
No,
yeah,
he has
that's
plus
with
5
stress.
normal.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's
See.
good. Step 1, complete. You burst this door down. It was pretty easy to do, honestly. They didn't have much time to properly fix it. It was like duct tape on the outside, pretty much. And you make quick work of that duct tape. And you're now in the hallway outside of cell number 5. Kind of sounds like you guys want to make your way towards surveillance first.
That is
that
correct.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, geez. We've been in this hallway like 4 separate times. This is just old hat. I'm sorry,
Right.
audience.
Let's
go.
It's true. Out of all the episodes in the asylum so far, like they've all been in the basement. Like so far, you've aside from the scenes you saw through the crystal balls and your actual arrival here, it's all been basement fun.
Not for long, baby. Let's do this.
Not for long at all.
Let's
As a
kill
matter
8
of fact,
people.
it might end right here.
Oh,
Let's
no.
roll a die and find out, shall we? Let's roll a die and find out. Coast is clear all the way to the cellar door. You get back to the cellar door. It's also been quickly fixed. There's some duct tape and
Bit of chewing gum.
there you go. There you go. They've done their best to fix this door in what little time they have. What's the plan for this door?
See if it's open. Just check it first.
Just peel off the duct tape, I think is what he's trying to
Peel
say.
off the duct tape?
Well, no, but
I
no,
like it.
legitimately though. Check to see if it's still open. To see if it's open or not.
It's definitely locked.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Can I put my ear to it before we bust this shit down?
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
9.
A 9?
I'm proficient in perception. I'm not sure why I'm so bad at it now.
9, yeah, you don't hear a whole lot from this side.
All right. The coast is clear.
Breaking through the
Definitely.
door again?
I think so.
Okay,
Another Merlin kick.
let's do this.
20, nat 20.
There you go. You you burst through the cellar door and are now in the cellar again, just to kind of give everyone a recap of this room. Obviously all the food and provisions are in here, but there's that second door in here that leads into the infirmary, and then there's a set of stairs that go up into the kitchen. And now that this cellar door is open up and you're in the cellar, you can hear voices. You can hear some people upstairs in the kitchen. I'm pretty confident people in the kitchen. Okay. But cellar doors open. The door to either infirmary or stairs to the kitchen are available. What's the next step? Doing good so far.
Can Lenara take a quick glance around for a water skin?
For a water skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What I have to ask you is how much time do you want to put into looking for a water skin?
This is literally just...
If it's just a quick,
if
it's just that, then
I'm
the
not
check is
slowing
higher.
down.
Essentially, what happens in a situation like that, the more time you spend, the easier the check is.
Exactly. This is hope for the best.
Quick glance.
Yep.
Okay. It sounds like you just want a quick perception.
All right.
Right?
13.
13. Yeah, you find a water skin.
Yay. Can't wait to break this one.
Hey, it's something. We can fill it with more booze.
Do we want to grease the stairs again?
We're going to be going up those stairs.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Does someone want to maybe keep watch on them?
I'll keep watch. Wait, I'm really bad at looking at things, apparently. I'd say we should stick together.
Fair enough. Let's go try the next door. Is this door also locked into the infirmary?
Going into the infirmary.
Yep.
Door hasn't been, the lock hasn't been replaced on this one. You can walk right into that infirmary if you'd like. Is that what you'd like to do?
Hell yeah.
Actually, I would kind of like to peek first just to make sure there's no one in there.
Yeah, sure.
That's going to be 23.
Pretty confident there's no one in the room.
Okay, I kind of give the motion, coast is clear, and move into the next room.
All right, let's go.
Back into the infirmary. This is the room where you killed Raynor. It's the room where you killed some boneless.
Good memories.
Did all kinds of stuff in this fun room. Swarm of zombie limbs.
Good.
This is the fight room.
Hell yeah.
It's the fight room.
Hopefully not this time.
Fortunately, not this time.
I'll close the door behind us.
Okay.
Cool.
Good call. Good call. Move into the surveillance room.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
do it.
Open up that fridge door, baby. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's get all up in that fridge. Oh, you guys, every time you guys move to a new room, I'm rolling die over here, and you guys are doing great. Doing great.
I'll take your word for it.
Open up the fridge door, and there's 8 people sitting in front of 8 crystal balls, still all zombied out. You guys, I'm sure, remember this room. All the essentially living surveillance cameras. 8 of them left. The 2 bodies of the ones you killed yesterday are still on the ground and smell pretty fucking bad.
Oh, that's amazing, though. That
Well,
means they haven't checked on it. That
But I
means-
question the refrigeration then if
Well,
they smell
it's-
this bad.
It's not it's not a fridge. It's
not
just a seal.
fridge, yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay,
just,
all right,
it's just
all
to
right,
keep
fine.
that magical gas out, or whatever it is.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's not keep our prosciutto in here.
All right.
Let's clobber these guys.
Yep. Slash, in his right arm with his prosthetic, he sort of, rotates his arm a bit. He's like, let's try this out. And he's going to take his sickle and just go behind one of them and just...
How's the prosthetic
slice
work
the neck.
anyway?
What do you mean? How does it work?
Like, is it like, can he move it or is it a placeholder?
An arm. It's
Oh,
an arm.
sick. It's enchanted.
It's full functionality again. He
Hell
essentially has 2 arms. The only difference really is that he can take it off if he wants to.
Nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the rest of you can't pull it off. There's a sentence in the description that says you can't do that, unfortunately, or else we could all have a damn good time here.
Yeah.
What if I take my bone saw to the prosthetic?
Nah.
Oh,
Next long rest.
So you're 1 by 1.
Yep. Sickle right to the throat.
Whoa. Salash, if I may, it would seem more humane to end their suffering, but wouldn't it be more sound for us to do as many of these as once and quickly as possible than one at a time?
Well, it's not like they can tell the difference. They're zonked out.
But Heinfroth can, on the off chance something happens.
Slash rolls his eyes but nods. You make a good observation, Lenara. I think that would probably be best.
If nobody has objections after he went for one,
Everyone
let us
pick
take
a body.
5.
How about instead of picking a body, Tess just goes into the bag of holding. Like, she has that big cloak. She just pulls out the cloak. They just have to not see the orbs.
But if they can't see the orbs, they can still send the message. Potentially.
All right.
And as much as I would love to save them, their fate is either stare or seizure, it seems so far.
Yes, well, they will all die at the same time if we cover all of the orbs. It is the most efficient way to end all of these people's lives.
Tess is correct.
Put a blanket over the entire table. And then they all cannot see the orbs. They will all convulse, and they will all die. At least, presumably.
As long as it's not a fitted sheet, then that's just going to be chaos. Let's do this.
It sounds like, I mean, your objective here is to kill them as closely, all of them in as small of a window of time as possible. That's the
Correct.
objective here. So you throw the blanket over all the orbs, and sure enough, once the vision is obstructed for more than just a few moments, 8 bodies start to twitch and shake violently. You hear the sounds of multiple spines breaking, necks cracking, and you guys kill 8 people. XP fucking pouring in, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Pouring in.
Hell yeah. All those people were probably like CR10.
Oh, boy. You guys just got a shitload of XP.
Oh, totally.
A shitload of XP.
Slash, realizing what we're doing, is going to go to the gasket of the door, and he's going to, like, what's the frame around the door? Is it wood or is it stone?
The frame around the door is stone.
It's stone? Crap. In which case, he's going to take his sickle, and he's just going to, gouge a part of the gasket open,
Okay.
just to give us the opportunity that if they do come investigating, that maybe it's because the gasket was broken. Plausible deniability.
It's a long shot, but
Yeah, really.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't think after we make this escape, I think going to trial is the least of our worries.
Yeah. It's
20 on the die.
true.
Like, honestly, we probably didn't need to be cleaning all this shit up. They'd probably just be like, oh, I don't care, but
That is a
let's
good
mind
point.
bang you.
That is a good point. Get caught, and the details of the plan aren't going to matter too much this time, I don't think.
Although this is coming from the group of us who tried to get away with attempted murder on a technicality of they didn't ask us not to.
Yeah.
It's on brand. It's on brand.
You guys break, you fuck up the gasket and try to create some more deniability. You murder 8 innocent people. Actually, I think
been
Tess
anyone.
probably said it best. I think it was a few episodes Tess mentioned that in this place, this is probably the biggest act of mercy you could possibly give in this situation. You just ended the suffering of 8 people. So think of it like that. And you got some sick XP. Hell yeah!
Sick. Everyone just high fives over the contorted bodies.
Let them dance.
Woo! Just reach into the bag, pull out some of the undead hands. High five those too.
Man, oh man. Surveillance system knocked out. Now what?
Back to Van Richten.
Back to Van Richten. Mm-hmm. You just roll the die. Oh, lucky people.
We lucky. Everyone lucky.
Lucky people.
All right, so do we want to keep... So before we leave the surveillance room, all right, so I know we're going quick, but do we want to at least remain quiet and move stealthily to Van Richten?
I think that's a given, yeah.
I think so, yes. I mean, going up to the kitchen is going to be one thing, but we don't want to play our hand too early.
Okay, so let's slow it down a bit because we've been really gung-ho, but we've made all the noise that we have to. We don't have to make any noise from here on out as far as we know.
We still have to break the door to get Van Richten.
Sure, but let's be as quiet as we can from here until Van Richten.
All right, everyone hold hands and get very close to each other.
So you guys, according to the die I just rolled, make it to Van Richten's cell unharmed. No one fucks with you. You do your best to keep as quiet as possible on the way there.
It must be a volleyball tournament up there. They are really enthused.
Now what?
Merlin will give the door like a quick knock. Hey, old man, did you find your glasses?
My glasses? No. Have you seen them? Excuse me, who's out there?
It's Merlin Carlisle.
Pleasure to have met you, Merlin Carlisle. How did you know my glasses were missing?
Just a hunch.
Are
Just
you
a
the one who
hunch.
took them?
No. But I can help you find them. If you'll allow me a second. And Merlin takes 2 steps back from the door and kind of looks to the group like, here we go. This is it. We're getting them. And give it a good old Merlin kick, that door.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. Give me a quick athletics here.
All right.
Oh, this is where it's a 1.
Oh, a 3 on the die plus 4 makes it 7.
Oh, boy. You kick the door and kind of hear your knee pop a little bit. And Van Richten, you can hear some shuffling inside. Van Richten kind of like crawls up to the food hole to look out. He says, oh my goodness, they usually only send one person to retrieve me. Why so many orderlies?
You see, you need help moving around last I checked. So we thought we'd bring, the whole crew here. But don't worry, you're safe. And just allow me another try, perhaps. But please move away from the door, sir. I don't want to kick you in the face.
Wait, are we lying to him now?
No, I'm not
He's not gonna remember anything.
I'm not going to aid him so he can fuck up the next knee.
Yeah, other leg, other knee this time.
Tess will join him and try to just like follow his motions.
Oh, that's no
Give me another
fun.
one with advantage.
Sure. 10 on the die makes it a 14 total.
You get advantage.
Go again. 3 on the die. So I'll go with that 14.
Go with a 10. Let's go with the 14.
Yeah.
Go with the 14. This is really, it's a matter. I'm going to roll another die here.
Oh, these are pull doors, aren't they?
It's not even locked.
You kick the door with all your might again. Again, not quite enough to break through. I just rolled a die, though, to see if you get interrupted, and you're not interrupted.
Okay.
So you can give me another one if you want. At this,
No, I have
this
a better
point.
idea.
Sure.
I could use my breath weapon and melt the lock.
Sorry, I'm not sure why I said stiletto. Tess looks to Lustra, puts a finger on his lips, and says, "Save that for later, big boy."
Wink.
And
Calm down.
apparently, I got the love tap. Anyway, moving on. And she pulls out Raynor's bone saw. This has enchantment. It's just a handle with a lock. And I'd like to try to make this lock into an arm and try to just like cut off the whole lock.
But that
Yeah,
lock's
sure.
not made out of arm.
It's not really it's not a we're not going
just
to
wanna
spend
break
an hour trying to open the door. This is really a matter of can you do it before you get interrupted.
Oh, yeah.
That's really what we're doing here. So go if you wanted to go bone saw, just give me an attack roll.
Cool. 10.
So you managed to start working at this door with the bone saw and cut off enough of enough shavings that you guys can get this thing open at this point. You get Van Richten's door opened up. There he is, leaned against the back wall. And says, "Oh my, quite a few of you out there. Why, you're a big fellow, aren't you?" And he kind of looks at Lustra standing outside the door.
Afternoon, Mr. Van Richten. I'm Lustra. I understand you have a hard time moving around. I'm going to give you a hand with that, and I'm going to carry you around. We're going to leave, just so you know.
Go on an extracurricular trip.
Oh, very good. I've had quite enough of this place. I think, I remember a few of you. We had spoken of escape yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Let me ask everyone, though, right quick, if are cloaks and masks on right now for everybody?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody cloak and mask?
Yep.
Yep.
As well, whoever you are, I say let's go. No time like the present. And he takes his little sword cane, tries to stand himself up, and quickly falls face first on the ground. Oopsie daisy.
Oh.
Lustra will move over. Here, I'll give you a hand. And pick him up almost in like a princess carry kind of thing, like carrying a wife through a threshold kind of style.
Nice.
Oh, I like it.
Lenara will also look for his ankle to see if his glasses are there.
His glasses. his glasses are like not folded, but they're like closing on the collar of his shirt. So you pick Van Richten up, and he kind of takes. Says, "My goodness, your skin is as tough as a rock." And he takes one of his arms and kind of reaches towards the hood of your cloak and starts to kind of pull it down so that he can get it seems like he wants to get a look at your skin. He's like, where the hell are you? Hard as a rock. That was a bad choice of word.
Well, I mean, given
Lustra's
last
character.
night.
Well, now the fan fiction is going to be crazy.
Oh boy, what the fuck did I have to?
Once you go gray, there's no other way.
Oh.
Once you go copper, then nothing can
So-
stop her.
Oh.
So Van Richten reaches one hand out to kind of pull your cloak down as he wants to get a better look at your skin. And when he does that, he seems to remember something for the first time. And he says, "My goodness, they may have done a number to my memory, but I'd have to stay here quite a bit longer to forget the face of Lamin Venari. Did you bring your rosary, old friend?"
Oh my god.
Oh, he knows your dad, or maybe your mom. I don't know who that is.
You're close. I'm not Lamin. I'm Lustra's son.
I see you've finally taken my advice on adopting a second persona. I would recommend, however, that next time you choose one that doesn't look exactly like yourself. Also, I had no idea these Dragonborn age so well. You look fantastic, Lamin. Fantastic. Shall we then, old friend?
Yes, we shall. And under his mask, Lustra's like, what the fuck?
I think we'll call it there. And Jailbreak Part 2
Oh man.
next week.
Jailbreak Part 2, the fan fiction? Like
Electric Boogaloo.
He knows your dad.
Oh my god!
He knows dad.
That's amazing.
That's great.
Oh, that gives me so much more hope. How are you going to destroy this?